It's 11 p.m. You just got home after a 14-hour day. Your phone buzzes. It's your boss. Can you jump on a quick call tomorrow at 6 a.m.? You say yes. You always say yes. The next morning, you see the news. Your company just posted record profits. Your department is getting restructured. 3 people laid off. One of them worked there for 12 years. The email ends with, "We appreciate your dedication during this transition." That's the moment you realize your job doesn't care about you. And it never did. Let me take you back. You started this job believing something. We're a family here. We invest in our people. Your growth is our priority. You believed them because you wanted to believe them. You stayed late. You skipped lunch. You answered emails at midnight. You canceled plans. You missed your kid's recital. You worked through Christmas because they told you it mattered. They told you that you were essential, core to the mission, integral to our success. You wore that like a badge. But here's what they didn't tell you. You're not essential. You're convenient. And the moment you stop being convenient, you're gone. Let me show you the exact moment you should have seen this coming. The moment comes differently for everyone. For some, it's when you get the email, due to unforeseen circumstances. For others, it's watching someone get fired after giving 20 years. Security walks them out in 15 minutes, their photos removed from the wall by lunch. For some, it's when you're in the hospital. Your father just had a heart attack, and your boss texts, "Really need you to finish that report by end of day." For others, it's smaller. You watch a colleague get praised for your idea. You see someone promoted who does half your work. You realize the promotion they promised you 6 months ago was just words. But here's the real moment. It's when you finally understand that every single thing they told you about loyalty, family, and dedication was a script designed to get you to work harder for less. Because if they can convince you that leaving is betrayal, that boundaries are weakness, that exhaustion is dedication, then they never have to actually value you. They just have to make you believe you're valued. Let's talk about the signs you ignored, because they were always there. Sign number 1, they praised your work ethic, but never your results. They loved that you stayed late. They never gave you a raise for it. Sign number 2, "We're a family" was in the handbook. Layoffs weren't. Families don't fire you when quarterly earnings drop 2%. Sign number 3, your boss had time to micromanage, no time to mentor. They cared about how you spent your time, not about your growth. Sign number 4, they asked you to do one more thing constantly, but when you asked for time off, suddenly there was a process. Sign number 5, they celebrated hustle culture publicly, burned people out privately. We love your dedication. Translation, please keep sacrificing your health for our profit. Sign number 6, your manager said, "I went to bat for you," but you never got what you asked for. If they really fought for you, you'd have it. Sign number 7, the raise you got was less than inflation. That's not a raise, that's a pay cut with applause. Sign number 8, they told you to be patient about the promotion, then hired someone from outside for the role you were doing. Sign number 9, you were mission critical until you needed something. Then suddenly you were replaceable. Sign number 10, they responded to your resignation with, "We're disappointed." Not, "How can we keep you?" Not, "What do we do wrong?" Just disappointed, like you were the problem. You weren't. You were just the first one to leave. Here's what's actually happening. This is called corporate psychological manipulation, and it's not an accident. Step 1, they normalize overwork. Everyone here works hard. Translation, if you don't burn out, you're not committed. Step 2, they create artificial urgency. We really need this by EOV. It's never actually urgent. They just want to see you jump. Step 3, they tie your identity to your job. You're not just an employee, you're part of the mission. Now leaving feels like abandoning yourself. Step 4, they make boundaries feel like betrayal. I thought you were a team player. Translation, I thought you'd work for free. Step 5, they praise you just enough to keep you hoping. You're doing great, keep it up. No raise, no promotion, just vibes. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. A study from MIT found that 63% of employees who describe their workplace as like a family report higher rates of burnout and exploitation. Why? Because families don't have HR departments, families don't have quarterly earnings, and families don't lay you off. This isn't family. This is a transaction. They give you money, you give them labor. The moment you stop being profitable, the relationship ends. That's not cruel, that's just honest. The cruelty is pretending it's anything else. So what do you do with this information? First, stop looking for loyalty where there's only leverage. Your job is not your family, your job is not your identity, your job is a contract. Second, set boundaries they won't like. Leave at 5 p.m. Don't answer emails after hours. Take your vacation, all of it. If they fire you for having boundaries, they were going to eventually anyway. Third, document everything. Promises, agreements, contributions. Not because you're paranoid, because you're smart. Fourth, build your exit. Update your resume, network, save money, interview even when you're not looking. The best time to leave is before you have to. Fifth, remember this. The company that needs you today will replace you tomorrow, and that's okay, because you're not replaceable to your family, your friends, your kids, yourself. You're only replaceable to people who see you as a resource. So stop giving resources to people who don't value the person. Here's the final truth. Your job doesn't care about you. But you know what? You don't need it to. You just need it to pay you fairly, treat you decently, and get out of the way of your actual life. Anything less than that, walk. There are 160 million jobs in America. You're not trapped, you're just scared. And fear is what they count on. So stop being scared and start being strategic. Your job doesn't care about you, so stop caring about it more than it deserves. Now tell me, what was your moment? Comment below. And if this hit home, subscribe, because next week we're breaking down what happens when you finally quit and everyone calls you ungrateful. See you then.